Hello and welcome to our first edition of Heartsong Discovery. My name is Mary Wade. I am a holistic wellness coach at Heartsong Holistic. Today we're going to be discussing our herb of the month, the rose. Now this video is dropping on May 1st, which is Beltane, a holiday that is known for romance, sensuality, and self-love actually. So this herb was really just perfect for the timing. Without any further ado, let's get started. When I think of the rose, I think of self-care and nurturance. It has a very gentle way of working that is rooted through the heart. You know, whenever I sit there and I think about the rose and my experiences in the past with rose, it's always fond memories. Even if I was, bitten by a thorn, it just didn't seem to matter because there was something so special about just being in the presence of the rose. There's something about its regal beauty, its softness, its gentleness that draws you in, which is probably a reason why it has to have these wicked thorns. The rose can also be very fierce, passionate. It works on the emotional body as well as the physical and mental bodies. Obviously, it's very protective and it helps bring a sense of balance to those who are very sensitive. It helps to strengthen boundaries. It is sacred and precious. It reminds me of luxury and romance and love. All of those things that help the heart to open up, to feel safe to open up. Now, as far as colors go, there are countless colors whenever it comes to roses, and whenever you're using them for magic, you can use these colors to accentuate or to enhance the magical workings that you have. The rose is ruled by the planet Venus and is a water elemental. It is cooling and drying with its astringency. And it works on the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual bodies. On hot, wet conditions such as inflammation, stress, weepy wounds that might be starting to get infected. It can also work on colds or emotional experiences such as grief or depression. All of the water elemental, conditions that would be more heated, that would be more in pain. It can be used for pain topically or internally. One of the most popular uses is to make rose tea, and this can be taken internally or it can be put in a bath externally. I enjoy it both ways. If you take it internally as a tea, on the physical level, it can go in and it can strengthen all of the inner linings of your internal organs, in the digestive system at least. So it would strengthen your stomach and intestines all the way through with its astringency. Helps keep, it can also help with like a leaky gut syndrome as well. On the emotional level, whenever our emotions seem to be running wild, it feels like things are really murky. I know that, astrologically speaking, with Neptune and Pisces, I feel like rose is probably one of the best medicines to help balance that, because things can get kind of confusing. It can get murky. And whenever you're in that state, it can seem like one emotion rolls into another. Rose can kind of help bring a balance to that. So you can take rose tea, you can experience it through rose essential oil, being diffused, or topically. And it can help bring a calmness, a quietness to your space. It can help you regain your emotional safety whenever things just feel a little chaotic. Due to its abilities to be more stringent, to help bring things in balance, to help set better boundaries, essentially help you set the container, for your heart to be open, it is very good with helping enhance psychic abilities such as clairvoyance, divination. For me, and this is not something that I would see in a book anywhere or anything, but to me, it really helps in shadow work as well, because when you're doing shadow work, it can feel daunting. It can feel like you need more courage. It can feel like you need a very strong container of safety to go into that, so that you can heal yourself, heal your heart. It is very good for healing the heart, not just on the physical level, but on the emotional and spiritual levels as well. Kind of help you bring back that sense of joy, of love. Obviously, roses are a symbol for many things. How many times do we see roses around Valentine's Day, or roses being given as a sign of love and romance? Roses are very, very special, and there's thousands of different varieties that you can look at. In fact, that's a good question to ask. What's your favorite color of rose? What's your favorite type of rose? If you'd like to, go ahead and leave that in the comments below. I would be very interested to see. My personal favorite, and I don't have one shown here, is the yellow rose with the dark red edges. To me, those are truly stunning, and they represent, with their colors, to me, it shows a fiery passion with the yellow of joy and self-confidence. So to me, it's a very thriving energy with that particular rose. Let's see. We already talked about it, helping to set better boundaries. It can also be used, I mentioned briefly that you can use rose in a bath. That is a very luxurious way to experience the herb. You can also put it into a cream. You can put it into bath salts. If you take the flowers, dry them, then grind them up into a powder, you can mix it with Epsom salts to create a nice bath for yourself. And it does help, if you bathe in it, of course, it's going to be wonderful for divination as well as skincare and healing. So to me, the rose really represents the self, and that's why in this drawing I gave it the number 1. The number of self-empowerment, of self-confidence, of, the journey that it takes to get there as well, right? Because as we started off saying, you have this great plant that holds all of these incredibly perfect blooms. And yet it's guarded by all of these sticky little thorns that would keep things that are not as persistent out and away from its gorgeous fruit. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you learned something. We will be doing this herb of the month, hopefully at the first of every month, but we'll see how that ends up going. I've already got our second plant picked out. Now, my next edition of Heartsong Discovery will be coming out later this week, and we will be discussing the full moon that will be occurring in the sign of Scorpio on May the 5th. So stay tuned for that. Be sure to like and subscribe. That way you are notified as soon as that video drops and you can check it out, okay? Also, I do have a couple of things for sale in my website. The first one will be the monograph that will be attached to this video. It will have the drawing that you saw me putting together in the video, as well as the information typed out in a way that you can print out the PDF and put it in either your book of shadows or in a binder, wherever you would like to have that information, so that you can be supported on your green path as well. Also, I will be putting in the shop very soon some of my Rose Radiance toner. I have used this toner for over a year myself, and I have to say that not just the physical properties of the rose astringent on my face, but the energetics of it have been so helpful in going through some of the heart healing that I've had to go through the past year, as well as growing and enhancing my psychic abilities. So I highly recommend that. I will have it for sale in the shop. The roses that you saw me and my sister harvesting in this video will be the roses that are used to make the toner. So extra bonus there. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this again. Be sure to like and subscribe. And is there anything else? I don't think so. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Blessed be. For those of you who don't know me very well yet, I'm a Pisces, which means I can kind of flip-flop on things, like to change things after I've already done them. So you may be asking yourself, why is she outside? We were just inside, we were talking about roses, everything was fine, and it was finished. And Pisces brain said, no, there is more. There's always more. So I wanted to share with you guys Nature's Healing Oracle by Ambuka Walters. Her card for the rose represents a sense of perfection. And I wanted to read the affirmation with you guys. I affirm that I am perfect, just the way that I am. And because I read that, I thought to myself, you know, that's just too good not to share. So I wanted to tag it here at the end of the video. I also wanted to add, since this is our first episode and y'all are just getting to know me, a blooper reel. Because yes, it took many tries to get this one together. So for your enjoyment, let that beautiful bean footage roll. And this is gonna be the blooper reel, isn't it? This is Mary having issues being in front of a camera. Take 35 of just the introduction. Roll it.